Jason walked carefully along the floating glass path, his steps echoing softly. The lanterns drifting around him glowed like warm fireflies, each one humming quietly, almost like they were whispering secrets. He reached out to touch one, and it floated into his palm, weightless and warm. As he held it, the lantern shimmered and displayed an image, Penny smiling at him under a streetlight. Jason felt his heart soften. The path curved in front of him, leading to a small platform floating in the sky. On it stood 2 chairs and a desk that looked just like the one from his office, only made entirely of moonstone. Sitting behind it was a familiar figure. David. Except not exactly the normal David. This David's eyes shimmered like reflections of the sky, and his suit glowed faintly with the same lantern light. He looked calm, almost peaceful, not the strict, intimidating boss Jason usually saw pacing around the office. "Jason," David said gently, as if he had been expecting him. "You've been worried." Jason swallowed. "About work?" David smiled. "About everything." A lantern drifted between them, glowing brighter than the others. It opened like a tiny flower, revealing another image, Jason and Penny walking together, laughing, sharing a milkshake. Jason felt his cheeks warm. "You care for her," David said softly. "More than you know how to express." Jason nodded, unable to speak. David stood, walked around the moonstone desk, and placed a hand on Jason's shoulder. The touch was steady and warm. "She cares for you too. And as long as you do right by her, you have nothing to fear from me, not as a boss, and not as her father." A wave of relief washed over Jason, so strong he nearly sank to his knees. The lanterns above them brightened, swirling in a slow dance, filling the air with golden dust that sparkled as it drifted. "Go," David said with a kind smile. "There is someone waiting for you." The glowing path appeared again, stretching toward a distant light. Jason walked forward, and each step made the world brighter until he reached the end, where a familiar voice called his name. Penny stood there, smiling, illuminated by lantern light. She grabbed his hand as the magical sky softened and faded back into the ordinary world. Jason blinked and found himself in the office again, standing beside his desk. No glowing door. No lanterns. Just the quiet, warm morning sunlight. But something had changed. Jason no longer felt scared. Not of work. Not of David. Not of anything. Because somewhere in the magical sky, he had found the answer he needed. And Penny was waiting for him downstairs, smiling just like in the lantern's glow.